Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hey, Natsuki Asian. How are you two doing today? Thank you for the pets. I'm glad I remembered to turn them on before the stream today. Just make sure we got everything going. I think we're good. And I'm gonna go back to the top screen because I really want to watch the opening cutscene for Mania. I love the opening cutscene for Mania a lot. Oof. I actually used the opening song by Hyper Potions for like my intro and outro on YouTube. Vader pet's not working? No, it petted me. I saw the pet. It patted my head. Hey, Flames, how you doing? Oh, I love this animation. You can see Bevan? I'm sorry. Just know I saw it and I greatly appreciate it. Go time for a blast? Yeah. I haven't played this game in a couple years. Like, probably the last time I streamed it, which... Gosh, when was the last time I streamed it? I streamed it legitimately, because I did do a versus chat back in 2019. I think a legitimate playthrough of Mania I haven't done since 2018. Why has it been so long? No, it was 2019. I remember now. That's still 3 years ago, jeez. Where's the time gone? Ooh. Sonic Mania Plus. Which, we're definitely going to beat it tonight, at least one of the stories. I'm going to play through each character, and then I'll probably even do Encore mode. Yeah, people together for multiplayer mode. I'd love to do the multiplayer mode together at some point. I wish it didn't have to be through the one thing. You know what I'm saying. Remote play, yeah. Me and Sonic have tried like remote play in the past, and it has not worked out. We tried it back when all my old saves are here. Holy crap! I'm gonna have to delete all these, unfortunately. That's fine. I'm beating the game again anyway. Actually, no, I wanted to do a full reset. All game data. Mostly because I wanted to go for the medals again. Excuse me. There was a frog in my throat. Hello, Timothy. Also, hey, Chris, how you doing? And hey, Chris25, how are you doing? Alrighty. There we go. Nice and clean. Ready for a new playthrough. So, Mania was actually the first game I bought each platform for, and it was actually on complete accident. Ooh. Anything's also for a sec. You have two Chris's in the chat, double the trouble now. The fun has been doubled. But yeah, so when Sonic Mania came out, I really wanted it on PlayStation, and I really wanted it on Switch. Switch for portability, PlayStation because it's PlayStation. I wanted the trophies, honestly. But I also got the special edition that came with the statue. It came with like a statue of Sonic on a Genesis. Oop, come on. And my parents got me that. on the Xbox. So, of course, I'm playing the Steam version now. So, you know, I eventually got the Steam version on top of that. Excuse me, sir. You're in my way. Almost triple the trouble. Triple trouble. I think Mania both 5 years old this August. It's kind of jarring. Because, like, even Forces doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Of course, I've also had a lot happen the past 5 years, so time has kind of flown for me. Very good song. Yeah, the remixes of all the music in this game is incredible. I remember, funny enough, when Mania first got announced, I was actually disappointed in it. Mostly because of the way they were advertising it. Because the way they were basically advertising was like, oh, we have been hard at work developing the Sonic game for 5 years. And then they show this. And I was like, 5 years of development for this? And I wasn't trying to like be rude about it or anything. It was just like, this took 5 years to make. Of course, after they showed Forces, I definitely warmed up to this game a lot more, and I definitely love this game a lot. Because even back then, like, yeep! I always loved like the Christian Whitehead remakes of Sonic 1, 2, and CD on mobile. Yeep! Okay, I guess we're not going for that one. Okay, I think if I go back up, actually... I know the special stage will be gone, but I think there's a Chaos Emerald special stage up here. Up on this top route. Is there? Could have sworn there was one. I don't think I've ever actually been up here before. It's like, this is new territory. I've never taken this top route before. Whoop, boop, boop. Why did I jump? I guess it's somewhat worse. So, I used to, there was a glitch originally. Obviously they patched it out. They patched it out rather quickly, actually. But there was a point where you could fall at the beginning of this area and fall into Knuckles' area. And you were able to get a Chaos Emerald pretty early on that way. They did eventually patch it out, though, where falling down there does kill you, so... No free emerald anymore. Oh, boy. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, I think we may have passed where I'm thinking the emerald is. That or maybe I haven't gone far enough. Oh, there's this one. I knew this one was here, obviously. I really love the low poly special stages. PlayStation 64 and Saturn graphics are the biggest nostalgia for me. You imitate that graphic style, I'm gonna eat it up. That was my generation of gaming that I grew up with. Keep. Only main Sonic game you're missing on Steam is All Stars Racing for Episode 1, Episode 2, Forces, and Team Sonic Racing. That's still quite a bit. Like, you got the Adventure Titles and Mania. I ended up with all of them on Steam. Mostly because Humble Bundle had a deal back in 2019 where I think it was like $20, but you got every single Sonic game on Steam. So it's like, why not? I got my gaming PC around that time. I was like, every Sonic game, $20. I'm sold. Don't gotta tell me twice. I am happy I reset the blue sphere save data. The blue spheres were a little overwhelming in this game. Mostly because they did make 30 of them, and half of them are from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But I don't mind, like, collecting the medals. I don't mind special stage at all, really. Also, the game's not too loud, is it? It's kind of loud on my end, but I think that's maybe my speaker volume. May turn myself down a bit. Not me, but the game on my end. Oh crap! I screwed up! No, I really screwed up. Oh, I don't even want it. It's good for you? Okay. I don't even want it at that point. If I'm not gonna get gold, I want nothing. Can't believe I screwed that up. Yup. Holy crap! The flippin' double kill on that. Oh, that was clean. That was the cleanest kill I've ever had on that boss. That was beautiful. Alrighty, whoop. Do 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 do. Excuse me, sir. Oof. Yeah, I've been really in a big Sonic Mania mood with Origins coming out real soon. We're getting everything. Getting a life, invincibility, we get a speed up, and a special stage. Hey Disney. Playing one of your favorite Sonic games? This is a really good one. I still want to say Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favorite of like the classic style Sonic games. This, however, they did too good of a job. Like, they did a really good job with this game. Kinda hoping they do bring the Mania team back to do another 2D platformer of a Sonic game, because they obviously know what they're doing. I know they're working on Sonic 3 and Knuckles in the Origins collection right now. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Origin comes out next month, right? Yeah, June 23rd. So, yeah, a little over a month from now. Oh, I'm excited for it. I'm definitely gonna be streaming it day one. The hype is too real for the Sonic games for me. Like, I've been on a huge Sonic kick. Like, I'm definitely gonna go back and finish Unleashed after we do Mania. But I'm even planning, like, once we're done with Unleashed and, you know, go through Origins and all of its content, I'd like to do Shadow the Hedgehog as well. So, I think I've got plenty of Sonic content to hold me for the rest of the year. I kind of want to do more Sonic streams throughout the week. It's like, maybe next week I'll probably, like, maybe do 2 Mania streams, or maybe do a Mania and an Unleashed stream. I'm definitely going to be streaming a lot more next week. I've been on kind of a minor break. I know I still like stream. I'm streaming 4 days this week. But I've mostly been working on some personal projects. One of which I'm about to get done, so I will have a little bit more free time to stream more. Ooh. Womp, 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 womp. Okay. Can't wait for Frontiers. I'm excited for Frontiers as well. Guys, I'll say when I think I have plenty of Sonic content for the rest of the year. Because I'm not just going to be playing Shadow and then ending it. We also got Frontiers coming out. And who knows how big of a game that's going to be. Of course, I guess I don't know when exactly it comes out. So if it comes out way later than I'm expecting, I'll probably do another Sonic game in between. Depending on how long Shadow takes me. Because it's not going to be a simple run of Shadow either. I'm going to try and do every possible route, which there's 326 of. That'd be 326 playthroughs of Shadow the Hedgehog. Whew. Give me that medal. I worked hard for that. IDW 50 comes out that day. I saw the cover for that today. The cover is beautiful. Right. So I gotta get up there. Tails. Tails. Tails me amigo. I don't need you, I guess. I was gonna take the easy route, but nah. Just gotta flip and jump for it. Keep Everything just gonna come out right on Christmas. I think that was kind of the... I asked a few friends that, and I think that was kind of the guess as well, as like... it's not been delayed, but it's probably pushed back as far as possible into 2022 to give them enough time. Which, with them making an open world Sonic game, I'd like for them to take all the time they need to definitely fine-tune everything. Get your emerald butt over here. Actually, if I have time after I do Shadow the Hedgehog, I may do Forces. I actually enjoy Forces. I know a lot of people have been kind of neck deep on Sonic Forces hatred recently, but I really enjoyed Forces. Do I like everything about Forces? Heck no, that game has tons of issues. Did I have a fun time with it? Definitely. Motorbug! Flippin' Motorbug. He was on the lookout for me. He's like, hey, that guy there. I want to kill him. It's like the most deadliest spot you could have a Motobug. They're getting smarter. Yeet! Before I do that, okay, I think I'm good. You only like Forces for the soundtrack? Keep. Soundtrack's definitely one of my favorite parts of Forces. I don't know, I think the game mostly just wins its charm, you know, playing as your own custom Sonic character. Because, like, my character I've had for the longest time, so when they announced Forces, and I was like, I could have my wolf as a playable character in an official Sonic game. The stages where I run alongside Sonic. That's just a recipe for a fun time for me. It could literally be like the worst thing ever, and I'll love every minute of it. But, like, I still enjoy the game. Was it on the easy side? Definitely, but I enjoyed, you know, a lot of the level designs, I enjoyed the soundtrack. My only real gripe with the game was Classic Sonic's inclusion. Classic Sonic kind of felt tacked on, and it was honestly the worst gameplay that Classic Sonic's ever had. To put it lightly. This new trailer for Multiverse? Definitely. I'm definitely going to be hitting that up, probably with, get a few friends in on that too. Pretty sure Sonic wouldn't be opposed. But not to Sonic, I like to get a few friends in on it. Especially since it'll be free to play, so everyone will be able to hop in rather easily. I don't know what the free to play will entail though. Like, are we just gonna buy character skins, or is there gonna be a lot more to purchase than they're letting on? Okay, you didn't miss much? Yeah, we just started. We are 2 emeralds in, and I think I have 4 medals now? It's either 4 medals or 3 medals. Probably 3 because I screwed up 1. I was blabbing too much instead of focusing on the blue spheres. Okay, I think... I missed the water bubble. I think there's one more Chaos Emerald somewhere here. If I could take... Yeah, I think it's right up there, so... If I can get up here... And if Tails can give me a little bit of a boost... how do I get up there? Oh, I see. Come along, Tails. We got places to go and people to see. Ooh, checkpoint. Sick. Seeing which special stage we have going on right now. I have to like spin around at the beginning and be like, alright, what are we doing? Although this is one of the new ones, so... I don't have a good track on the newer ones. The ones from Sonic 3 and Knuckles I know like the back of my hand. New ones, however, I can do them, but... I'm no expert, that's for certain. I'll leave those be for now. Okay, simple enough. So it's over here. Oh, another one of these. Okay. Yeah, this is as simple as can be. I am losing control a little bit. Actually, I'm missing 10 rings. We're not missing 6. Oh, because they're literally right here. There we go. Whew! This one made you so dizzy. I can definitely see it. Blue spheres, they're definitely on faster speeds, can definitely throw you off. The opening theme's really good. I mentioned a little bit at the beginning, I actually use the opening theme for, like, my YouTube intro and outro. Hyper Potions has really good music, and the... Yeep. They're very stream-friendly, and there we go, there's the emerald. I like using their music a lot for stream and YouTube, because it's stream-friendly. Do-do-do-do-do. Rings, please. Thank you. Special stages definitely take up a lot of the gameplay. So you'd probably be in Studiopolis by now. I'm taking the time trying to collect everything. You hate this one? This one I don't mind. I actually think this one's my favorite, mostly because of the shortcut right here. I love this jump right here. That I screwed up horribly. Now, I think the one special stage I'm not too fond of is probably the last one. Just because there's a lot of bottomless pits in that one. Yum. I'd like to hit that nice Mach 3 if I could. There we go. Now we're blasting. Yeep. Yeep. Anyway, I started blasting. Oh boy. That's a pillar. That's a bumper. Alright. Alright, Buckaroni. I'm coming for you. You know I want that emerald. It's mine! There we go. It's great. Half the potions to the Train for Origins. Yes, I love the trailer theme they made. I'm wondering if, members I can play in the Aqua mode. I remember that too. Hey, Caleb. Yeah, I'm getting some flippin' okay. Deny me, I guess. I got 200 rings. I like to keep them all if I could. That's a bomb. Bonk. Tails, you got me behind. Tails, why'd you do this to me? Why is there a leaf in the air? There we go. It's like now the Tails kind of screwed it up. I don't care anymore. Ooh, let's see. Alexis, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? I think. Hello. Welcome to Sonic Mania. Purple. Tails, you betrayed me. Basically, he made me lose all two. I had over 200 rings. That was gonna be so many points. And then Tails was like, I'm a hit Eggman, so you go right through him. Alright. This stage, however, I actually take an interesting route with. So, I'm gonna take this bottom route. Bonk. This is the only stage where I kind of get funky with the routes I take. I love how smooth the loop-de-loop animation is in this stage. So yeah, we got the emerald here. Isn't that when it started, I was like, man, I'm so slow. Why am I so slow? Ah, I didn't make that. I like to make that jump. It's a scary jump, but I like to make that jump. I think this may be my favorite of these special stages. I like the colors here, and I like the different routes. Boink. I know it can cause a lot of problems, but I like the little bits where you have to jump off the stage to bounce off something. It's very satisfying to pull off. Like right here. Bonk. Ow, that's a bomb. Let me state the obvious some more, shall we? Get over here. Fish! Okay. There we go. Jeez! If only someone was in control of Tails, though. That way it wouldn't screw you over. Ooh, I always feel bad playing with Tails with someone. Me and Trixie did that back in December with Sonic 2. Yeah, it's kind of feel bad because, like... I'm restarting real quick because I'm going to take a different route. Just because, like, as Sonic, you zoom through so much that Tails only really comes into play a handful of times. And then with Sonic 2, Tails isn't even really that useful in Sonic 2, he just follows you. He's basically just Sonic, but he follows you. Excuse me, sir. I love Chemical Plant a lot. There we go. That fourth dang Chaos Emerald. That was the fourth one, wasn't it? I really like the fourth Chaos Emerald. Sonic 3 is more helpful. Yeah, Sonic 3 is definitely more helpful. I like that in Mania, they actually added a button that lets you control Tails independently. Bonk. I need to collect rings. I need to go fast, but I also need to collect rings. Bonk. I should have taken the outer route, but here we are. Or, I should have taken the inner route, not the outer route. Bonk. Because the music for Chemical Plant, not the stage itself. Is it because of the water? I've honestly gotten too good at the original Chemical Plant that I can actually avoid the water altogether. It's not easy. And I remember the water screwing me over when I was little too. I think it's like the colors and the fact you can like abuse momentum with all the hills and stuff. I jumped over the upgrade. That's fine. Because we don't need it. We don't need upgrades where we're going. Thank you for the pets. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. I'm losing control. Sonic, make you lose control. Ah. I didn't mean to take the outer route. That's a lot slower. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, we got some time. Means we got some speed. Ow, flip me in the foot. Okay, okay, okay. 100% focus time. 100% ring collecting time is what I need. I am not doing too hot right now, aren't I? There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. We're right there. Just go, just go. Ooh, hey Mike, how you doing? Excuse me. Ooh. Holy crap. Thank you for the continue. I greatly appreciate that. Feels like what Sonic Game and Sega Saturn should have been. That was kind of the idea behind it. I remember them saying that was like, we wanted to capture the idea of them making a 2D Sonic game for the Saturn. That's it, put it off really well.
I have to run to Walmart. I realize we have no eggs.
Oh. Yeet. You're just as tense as I was. Glad everyone could feel it. Whew. Yeah, it was definitely very tense. I was having a hard time keeping up with the UFO in that for some reason. Funk, funk. Oh, I actually like this one a lot. I wonder how close to this the Blue Spheres is gonna feel in the 3 and Knuckles remake. Everyone was so tense about me collecting the Chaos Emerald. You mean the Chaos Emeralds? Because I have one right here. Favorite on Studiopolis? Studiopolis is really good. I'm trying to think out of all the zones, which one's my favorite. Press Garden's really good. Shoot, what would I say my favorite Mania stage is? Studiopolis is definitely really good. No, Mirage Saloon. I forgot about Mirage Saloon. That is my favorite Mania stage. Mirage Saloon. Definitely. There we go. Whew. I had to think about it. I was like, there's a stage in this game that I love to death. What is it? Flippin' Mirage Saloon. Honestly, it's like, with Mania, the stages they have are really solid all around. I feel like they really captured, like, what makes a good Sonic stage for every stage in this game. I think Titanic Monarch has a few parts where I'm like, I kind of wish I didn't have to do this. But outside of that, like, Flying Battery's really good in this game. Oil Ocean's really good in this game. Oop, another one. And the special stage is really hard to do in the original Jazz one. The Blue Spheres. The Blue Spheres are definitely not easy. Like, and I'm definitely, like, showing off that I can do it really well. Do know I have played through Sonic 3 and Knuckles numerous times since I was 5. I had to think about it. I'm pretty sure I was 5 years old at the time. Mirage has a callback you didn't expect. Yeah, I like the little Easter eggs in Mirage Saloon. I also just kind of like the overall aesthetic, like the whole bar setting and everything. Ooh, rings. I definitely want rings. You offer me rings, I will take your rings. Dunk, 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 dunk. We're speeding up now. Okay. Right. I gotta find the ring route I haven't taken yet. There he is. There she blows. Actually, I'm missing one. Where am I missing one? Shoot. There it is. There we go. I got it. Why is the 3D special stage more stressful than the blue spheres to me? Like, I definitely felt like I was in control that entire time. Got that early hit in. Alright, buddy. Let's see what you've got. Ow. Hey! I managed to do it without losing my rings. I'd say I did a pretty good job there. Yeah, give me that big ring bonus. Okay, don't even let the music finish, I guess. We just hopping right back in. I forgot how much I love the Act 2 Chemical Plant music. Lost a shield though. I lost a shield. But I didn't just damage boost through the entire boss fight. Right, I gotta remember. Ow, the routes. Ooh, I'll take that. Because we're not gonna get all the Chaos Emeralds in this stage. It's definitely gonna be Studiopolis. But we're definitely gonna get 6 out of this one. Yeah, this one's pretty neat. Gosh, after the last run, this just feels so much calmer. It's like going through it with a light jog. So dainty. Alright, I'm gonna bounce back this way. I think I bounced back the wrong way. But that is a-okay. Yeah, definitely bounced in the wrong way. Now we're picking up speed. Now we got some speed, kid. Alrighty. Perfecto. Phew. Metal. Waiting for her to kick in. There we go. Let me enjoy the music. It's too good.
Look at that escargot!
Escargot. Yeah, they didn't need to make Chemical Plant go really hard in this. But they did. Alright, going this way. Excuse me, sir. I said excuse me, sir. Don't touch me. Don't touch me with your filthy claw. Your filthy peasant spider claw. There's another one I don't remember because it's brand new. It's weird that I don't remember the new ones very much. Then again, I think in the past 5 years I've only really done 5 playthroughs of Mania. And that's with me taking a 3-year break. I haven't played this game in a good 3 years, so... It's weird after 3 years now is when I get the itch to play Mania. I felt like this would have been a game that I would constantly have an itch to play. That's because I do feel that with a lot of Sonic games. Like, Adventure 1, for instance. I definitely get the urge to play Adventure 1 at least once a year. And I think about the same time for Adventure 2 and Unleashed as well. Let's go this way. Cool, there was nothing here. I gotta find 9 more rings somewhere. Where are you hiding them? Where are you hiding them? Are they in here? Oh, they are. Don't worry, everybody, I found them. Okay. Read chat here in a second. We're starting to reach speeds where I can't focus. There we go. Whew. Do you think we'll get a Sonic R remaster on Switch? I think it is very unlikely. Would I love a Sonic R remake? In fact, would I love just a straight-up sequel to Sonic R? With tons more playable characters, online racing, and customizability? Definitely. Do I think it's ever going to happen? Probably not. Mostly because, like, I know Traveler's Tales will probably be willing to work on a Sonic R remake. The question is Sega ready to hire them on to do that? I feel like outside of, like, the classic Sonic stuff, Sonic mostly kind of wants to just... Or Sonic Team mostly just want to focus on their own stuff. Because, like, even Sumo Digital that worked on Team Sonic Racing, they went out of business right after making... Not Team Sonic Racing, they made Sackboy: The Big Adventure before they went out of business. But Team Sonic Racing was one of their last games, so... But now I've always wanted, like, I know the stage. Like a boost formula racing game. Like, have gameplay similar to, like, you know, like Unleashed, Generations, Forces, and all that. But make it an online racer where you can play as, like, Tails, Amy, Shadow, Blaze. Add customizabilities, have a story mode going on. And just, like, make the main gimmick just, like, blazing through these Sonic stages, like 3-lap Sonic stages with the boost formula. Like, that just sounds like a good time. Like, imagine a Sonic Forces speed battle, but it actually controls like Sonic Forces. Team Sonic Racing, but better. Basically. I know a lot of people would be like, it's better because Sonic's not in a car. I just think it'd be a fun idea. Because, like, it would definitely help with, like, the idea of, like, the boost stages and just Sonic in general. Because I've always felt like the reason Sonic has always been divisive among people is because Sonic relies heavily on multiple playthroughs. Because, like, the one complaint you always get is, like, how are you supposed to see any of these obstacles coming? How am I supposed to know that enemy's there when I'm running down a straight path? The answer is you're supposed to be playing through these stages numerous times. You're not supposed to be going at full speed all the time, only when you get good and understand the layout. But not a lot of people are big on repetition in games, which is very understandable. But if you get people who don't like repetition in games and give them a Sonic game, yeah, they're gonna have they're gonna be like, yeah, this isn't what I want. Yoink. At the end of the day, it just goes down to opinion. And that's a-okay. I just don't need to be in a frickin' car when he's the fastest thing alive. Because he's a good sport. He doesn't want to trump the competition when there's friends. He wants to have a good time with everybody. I think he even answered that question a few months back on a stream. Like, I think Sonic himself was like, yeah, I just want to have fun with friends. I don't want to just destroy everybody every time we have a race. Keep it fair, of course. Yeah, gotta keep it fair. He can still be the fastest thing alive and narrowly pass his friends in a car. Can I have that, please? Ooh. We're in Chemical Plant with 6 flippin' emeralds. How about that? I think I'm gonna try and use Supersonic as little as possible in this playthrough. Because I think, like, even my first playthrough, like, the second half of the game, I just Supersonic through all of it. No, wait, I want that. So now we already have 6 emeralds. Yeah. Alright. Whew. The thing I'm happy about is they added an indicator for when you get all the medals. I know there's 30 gold medals. I don't know how many we have now. But with Sonic Mania Plus, when you get all the medals, the special stage turns into a Sonic Spinball stage. So the moment I get a Sonic Spinball stage, I know I'll have all the medals. Okay, there's one more cluster. I think it's to the left here. Whew, boy, that was an early jump. Whew, I hit the jump button because I thought I would turn a little bit faster. I almost flippin' ate it is what I did. There we go. Still trying to figure out where Sonic lives in the game universe. Earth or a different planet. Which confirms not Mobius. I think... Ooh. I think it's always Mobius. I know a lot of people definitely have, like... Oh, yeah, Puyo Puyo time. Oh, we going Puyo Puyo now. You haven't even seen my Puyo Puyo skills yet. Oh, boy. Ooh, you got feisty, Eggman. Okay. Gonna need to speed up the process a tiny bit here. Okay. Oh, now we about to get funky here. Watch this. Well, it didn't do what I thought it would. That's fine. Thank you. I really wanted 2. Okay. Okay. I think I'm about to win. Yeah. Ah, dang it, Eggman. Didn't even let me do a fun combo or anything. Don't you mean Beam Machine? No, I mean Kirby's Avalanche. You and your brother enjoy playing the bonus Mean Beam Machine multiplayer? More than the actual multiplayer. The Mean Beam multiplayer is very fun. Studiopolis. Oh yeah. Lights, camera, action. Thank you for the pets. Also, hello, bird girl. I see you there. Sorry I didn't see you pop in. I was too focused on Puyo Puyo, I guess. Here after watching Sonic stream. Did Sonic already beat Poppy? Boink. I remember last Halloween I played Lock On Technology. Dude, the future is here! Oh, hello. I didn't know you were here. I actually did not know that was here. Wow. Alrighty. This is a special stage where it's going to get a little funky now. Oh. To be fair, Beam Beam Machine and Kirby's Avalanche are both Americanized Puyo Puyo. Yeah. 'Twas the joke. Alrighty. To be honest, Chapter 2 of Poppy wasn't as scary as the first chapter. I keep seeing gameplay of it, and it looks interesting. But I remember last Halloween, I played a game called Tall Poppy. And I remember when I was telling people that, I was like, oh, I'm going to play Tall Poppy. It looks really fun. Everyone's like, oh, you mean Poppy's Playtime? I'm like, no. I don't even know what that game is. Of course, now I know what it is. It's flipping everywhere. But at the time, it was like, no, I just want to play this one game, and everyone's saying it's this game, and it's not. It's not that game. It's not. Just like how FNAF 2 is not as scary as FNAF 1. FNAF 3 didn't really find that scary either. FNAF 3 I didn't find that scary. Mostly because it was just... You can easily cheese it. An hour and I already have all the emeralds. Yeah! Gee, it's exactly an hour. It took me exactly an hour to get every Chaos Emerald. Ooh. But like I said, I think I'm going to hold back using Super Sonic as much as possible. Because I'd like to actually do a legitimate playthrough of Mania. Let me just casually roll right in there. Ooh. Got all the emeralds, yeah. Manalink's cameo. Wait, Manalink's cameo? Wait. I feel like I saw Manalinks too. Why do I feel like I saw Manalinks? Except Manalinks, and I have Manalinks on the mind. Oop. I showed her playing a game. Right, that's what it was. I forgot her little thing popped up at the bottom. I almost went mad. I was like, you said Manalinks. And for some reason I thought I saw Manalinks too. Why did I think I saw Manalinks? Oh, look, it says on it. I think there's a way to, like, make it where it doesn't pick up my Steam notifications. I need to turn that off. Hurt. Like, obviously it's nothing too bad. It's just like, what's he playing right now? Yeep. I don't trust this. But I need to get over here. Well, that's one way to flip and do it. It's like, I don't trust me making this jump. Let me just get stupid fancy on it and screw it up. I didn't like that microphone anyway. He was in my way. Ooh, hello. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Whoa. Ow, thank you, sir. Ah, thank you, sir. Mouse! Ah! You made me realize I don't have my bot up. I'm sorry. That really is profound sadness at that point, that I forgot my flippin' bot's not up. It's like, did you mistype it? Was there a space? What happened there? Oh, the flippin' thing's not turned on! Mickey Mouse. Okay. Alright. Give it a minute to kick in and it should work. Connect. Don't flip and tell me that. Of course. Of course, this is the day the bot logs me out too. I gotta log back in. I am burning up right now too, actually. Generate key. I gotta flip and type and everything. There we go. Yes, authorize the bot. Authorize the bot, you fool! Now connect. There, the bot's working now. Very sorry about that. Take me away, car. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da. Yet the you got the profound sadness now. Hold on, I want to read what that said. Oh, to be this good takes ages. To be this good takes Sega. I'm glad it's the full slogan, not just the first half. Alrighty, where we going, sir? Do 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 do. All right. So womp 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp. We're just making womp noises at this point. That's all we get is womp. You want a womp, you get a womp. Have a womp. Womp in the cash. Okay. Perfecto. There we go. Womp, Ergy. Ergy. I don't even know how to properly pronounce that. I hope I was close. No, I don't want the normal shield. I don't want this normal lame shield. I was happy with my super useful electric shield. I will take the free 50 rings, though. Thank you, sir. Bonk. Whoops. Just hoping I'll line it up. There we go. Tails. Tails. Tails, take me with you! You fool! I need you. It's the noise they make when they try to crush Mario. Oh, the Womps! Oh! I wasn't thinking Mario at all. I said womp too much that it infected my brain. Hey Jalen, how you doing? Doing good? That's good to hear. Love how I ask you and you already answered. It's like, how you doing? Good? Okay. Camera. Too many camera bugs. Oh, I flippin' hate this one. I hate trying to perfect the special stage. It's garbage. There we go. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Yeah. I'm starting to go cross-eyed. Okay. Oh. This looks awful, yeah. That's literally my least favorite in both Sonic 3 and Knuckles and in this game. What I think about Angry Birds? Angry Birds is a fun game. I think they've overmarketed the crap out of it recently. To the point where it's kind of annoying. But I used to really like Angry Birds back in the day. And I did enjoy the movies as well. But they're definitely one of those mobile phone games now that just have way too much advertising, and it's to the point where they're making Angry Bird games that are just similar to other games just to make money. Ow, flip! I thought it was the first missile. You mean good job. At least I got out of the way so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Angry Birds 2, the game was not needed. Yeep. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. I said definitely enjoy Angry Birds, but yeep. They definitely just noticeably became just overly saturated in the market just for money. It was like, oh, this cool little bird app to revolutionize tablets and smartphones. Now they just want flipping money, and they'll advertise you Candy Crush, but Angry Birds edition. Love the first Angry Birds as a kid and Angry Birds Star Wars. I liked Angry Birds Rio. Angry Birds Rio was pretty fun. Angry Birds Space is pretty good too. Egg TV for all your egg needs. First up on our channel listings, we will be holding an auction where you can call in and order your very own Motobug. We will also have various other robots on sale. Later on, we'll have Cooking with Eggman, where Eggman will teach you how to make the meanest omelet possible, and the most poison chili dog to catch that rodent. Ow. Thank you, sir. Most of the birds they were added later update. Then we got the Eggman show. Then we've got the Eggman show. I like doing the announcer voice. Those who have never seen it, back in December, me, Trixie, and Zonic did a charity drive where we had a shirt. And all money we made from that shirt went straight to charity. Yeet. Oof, but I made a trailer for it, and in the trailer I got to use my announcer voice, and it was super fun to make the trailer. But like, all my friends quote all the time. Like, Zenny and everybody, they always, like, say quotes from that trailer all the time, and it's funny. Come on, we gotta get back up there before it disappears. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Get in or get out. Oh, boy. But now we'll definitely be doing we're already in talks about doing another charity drive this December. And I've already got a script planned out for me to use my announcer voice again. Get in or get out. That was the Nintendo 64 slogan. It's weird that I just randomly said that. I wasn't thinking about the N64 at all. I just said it and I'm like, wait, that was the flippin' slogan for Nintendo 64. Too bad not a lot of people got in. A lot of people really did get out. A lot of people were like, this PlayStation looked better. I'm gonna get this PlayStation. Ah, but thank you. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I should have seen it coming. I think my vision got blurred for a second there. Oh. Take me away, Tails. There's literally nothing up here. Okay. No, I wanted the bubble! I do not remember that at all, Stomper. I need to look that up. As someone who flippin' loves Bomberman, I'd love to see that. There's actually a Bomberman game I really want to stream at some point. It was one on the Game Boy Advance called Bomberman Tournament. It was basically Legend of Zelda Bomberman Edition. It was like instead of using a sword to cut down trees, you just blew them up with bombs. It also had like a Pokemon element where like each of the items you used to get to solve puzzles were little creatures that you would like train up and have them do turn-based fights with. Teach me your ways, Magic Man. I needed a minute to see what's going on in chat. I was like, alright, give me a second. And we're good. Okay. Phew. A lot of Bomberman games on Nintendo systems had these Pokemon-like creatures. Yeah. I think there were 2 Bomberman games on GameCube that also used them, which was Bomberman Generations and Bomberman Jetters. Which Jetters even had an anime. Flippin' Bomberman anime. Street Fighter Alpha for PS1. Yeah, I never played that one. I'm not too big on fighting games, mostly because I suck at fighting games.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
That is weirdly quiet. Let me fix that. Why is that weirdly quiet? Probably because I turned it down a lot. There we go. Alrighty. Rolling, 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 rolling. Just keep rolling, 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 rolling. Ha! He. I'm rolling. Upside down, apparently. Whew. Hold on. I see something. I got a few messages I was needing to read. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get back to the game. Oh, we're in a special stage. Jetters only came out in Japan, so I don't know why it got released in America. The anime was. That is true. I did watch the anime because, obviously it's also subbed online. Oh, this one. The colors of this stage makes me think of flippin' nerds. Box of nerds. Whew. There we go. Mega Man for Super Nintendo is an awesome game. I like Mega Man X for Super Nintendo. It's actually one of the few Super Nintendo games I own physically. Growing up with a Super Nintendo was weird for me, because, like, Super Nintendo is probably one of my favorite, like, retro generations. Yeah, I can't find the right path. Oh, I screwed that up. Okay, I know what I must do. But, I am not taking the right flipping route, and it's annoying me. There we go. Jeez. So, growing up, I had my dad's Super Nintendo. However, it was like, you know, quote unquote, the family Nintendo from his family. So, once his brother, you know, moved out, had his own kid and everything, they got the Super Nintendo so that his son could play it. And I missed it so much since. I didn't get a Super Nintendo again until I basically went to college and had... Thank you for that.
This cargo!
That's cargo. I basically didn't get a Super Nintendo until I was in college and had money to get it again. Finally got Whisper and Speed Battle. Nice. It's been a while since I last played Speed Battle. After a week. Let me out of this crazy thing! Actually, I'm fine with getting those rings. Don't get the shield. Don't get the shield. Thank you. Ah. Flippin'. Also, hey Buffs, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Boink, boink, boink. Jeez, I have so many rings right now. I missed that checkpoint, but it's fine. Going good? That's good to hear. 3, 4, 5. What boss fight? I literally said, what boss fight to Eggman? She was at 49 out of 60 for a week. Reminds you how people on Facebook theorize that Sonic's new girlfriend, that Tangle was gonna be Sonic's new girlfriend. Whew. I remember everyone was talking about how like Tangle was gonna be like in the classic Sonic games because Tyson Hess designed her.
Rattle 'em, boys!
I do like Whisper a lot. I also like or no, it wasn't Whisper. I'm thinking of Tangled. Oh wait, no, we talked about both Whisper and Tangle, so my mind is combining them. But I do really like both Whisper and Tangle. Phew. Excuse me, sir. You ever just take a computer monitor to your face and just bounces? Yeah, it kind of sucks. Alrighty. Do 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 do. Whew, okay. Almost fell off there. I'm glad I didn't. Checkpoint. Oh, it's dark. Easy, dark one today. I actually really like this color scheme. Do 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 do. That's obviously the path forward. What's this way? Ah, the end. Okay. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Ooh, I almost flippin' ate it. Okay. Gee, it's kind of dark. Just a little bit. It's so dark you can't see anything. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Oh boy, there we go. Perfect. There we go. Whew. That was something. That was an experience. Alright. Let's go down. We're going down, down. Oh boy. Excuse me, sir. Your bullets don't hurt me. Screw your bullets. Can't have bullets in a rated E for everyone game. Womp. Okay. There goes, they're getting to call or shadow. My volt's to call. Totally not because Adventure is my favorite Sonic game or anything. Ah, crap. Okay. Just casually stroll across those bombs there. We just casually stroll here. Tikal's in Speed Battle. Yeah! Gah! Yeah, Tikal's in both Speed Battle and in Sonic Dash. Whew. What's next, Marine? Flippin', if they bring back Marine, I swear. I like Marine a lot. Probably Styx. Isn't Styx already in? No, I don't think Styx is in. I think she's in Dash, but not, Sonic vs. Terry Bogard. That'd be interesting. Mephiles isn't a bad option. Mephiles will be cool. It was a nice surprise that they made Mephiles playable in Sonic Dash. I did think that was really cool when they did that. So over here, rings, you say? You tell me there are rings over here? Exploring the routes a little bit. Oop, not that way. There we go. Trying to find... There it is. Which means this one. And that'll be all the rings. Oop. Okay. Nope. I'm just doing loop-to-loops now. Where is it? Where is it? Where are they? Oh, there they are. They went flat at my face and I got scared. She's in Sonic Dash 2. She is in Sonic Dash 2, but that's because that's a boom game. Infinite scares you in Speed Battle. Jeez, he has that high of a acceleration in that? Did anyone else get a notification of Sonic apparently doing an evil laugh? Ow, flip! I didn't hit the button. I did not see that notification now. Got me curious now. I gotta see. Oh-ho! Check that out. Have I heard of Metal Slug? Oh, heck yeah. I love Metal Slug. Womp, womp, womp. Let's go this way, see what happens. A lot of blue spheres. Hold on, what's down that route? Oh, it's reversed. Ugh. Gotta get fancy in here. Unleash the wiggle. I'll unleash it as soon as I'm not losing control of my life. That sounded terrible. Dun 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 dun. Womp 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 womp. Okay, this way. Yeah, there we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! That was terrifying. How to scare me. Just make me go through tight corners at high speed. Oh. Unleash the wiggle. Have a wiggle. Everyone wasn't an evil laugh, but he was doing a lot. It's my wife Tails. I miss her a lot. Oh. Hello. I win. I flippin' won. I'm making Eggman's bosses a joke. It's like I shouldn't have the electric shell for the boss fights or something. Womp. Here we go. Whoa, mama. I'd like to take the higher path, please. Loving the, whoop! The Sonic Adventure fan dub. I need to see if Snapcube's done any other, fan dubs recently. I think the last one I watched Snapcube do was Resident Evil 2. Oh, chicken! That chicken has a gun! I'd rather keep my fire, or my electric. I don't want fire. I saw I can sing mine as a villain line. He. I feel like I lost control, but I think I got disoriented. I think these blue sphere stages are making me disoriented. Here's a question. How many people would like to see me do a stream of the blue spheres yeet thing from Sonic and Knuckles? Where there's like over 100 million combinations that you can play through. And people would be interested in watching me do that. I feel like after that stream, my head would be spinning. No way, etc. Yeah. The Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic one. Yeah, that one. Facebook? Why Facebook? Womp. There we go. No way, no way! I really am curious how many medals I have left, because I am knocking these medals out of the park. We've had a few that have gone past me, but none that have really... Yeep. Let me just casually roll on through here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, sir. What a wild ride. Oh, Tails, what'd you do? Everything was fine, and then you flippin' died. Yup, I want that. Not a fan of the color scheme here. This special stage looks very muddy. It's like a very muddy stage. I hit the turn button. I told you to turn, and then you were like, hey, I want to go straight. I want to just walk right into the flippin' red sphere there. Cookie color. Yeah, okay, so you made it better. We're working on cookies. It ain't mud, it's cookies. Got a little bit of chocolate on my shoe. Rip. Yeah. It was a sad. That was one of the saddest deaths. The other ones at least were like, it's like, it's understandable. That was flippin' insane. That one was like, no, I just flippin' made a wrong move. Yeah. Okay. We're here now. Why are we here? I don't remember this room. I love them hitting the monitors after saying I've never been in this room before. It's like, are you sure you haven't been here? You obviously know where the invisible items are. Okay. Sad. The big sad. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so there's one more circle somewhere. Where are you hiding? Oh, I hate this part. There it is? Okay. Dun dun. Doot doot. No! No, 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 no! Oh boy. That's why I flippin' hate these. It's garbage. I'm on the wrong side. Here, let me get on the right side of this flippin'. Okay. Bow, ba bow, 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 bow. Bow, ba 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 ba. Whew, okay. Whew, there we go. Holy crap. Matthew's confused. I am very confused. Ooh. Ooh, a McFlurry. Delicious McFlurry. Oh, ring. Sounds like these. Can you say the stage? Can the stage please slow down?
Victory screech!
But I gotta go fast. I can't be slow. I gotta go fast. What was that? It's like, welcome to the fire pit. Prepare to flip and die. Oh boy. Join me, Tails. Together we swing. Do 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 do. Okay. Alrighty. Oop. Yeah. That made that very easy. Okay. I think I'm just gonna focus on blasting through the stages now. Because I will be doing more playthroughs of Mania, because I want to play through as every character. So we don't have to get all the medals today. I like to start picking up the pace a tiny bit. No, I gotta stick by my word. Do Matthew's World. That's copyrighted infringement. You got 2 extra lives out of it? Yeah. I actually didn't know you could do that to get extra lives. I never thought about the idea of, like, getting hit, collecting the big rings, and then just getting all your lives back. Okay, now I'm just flipping sucking. We just monkey bar across here. Chicken. I shall eat the chicken. He deserves to be devoured. Whew. I think I missed some pretty good items. Oh well. Ow, that's a spike ball that just randomly appeared. I like having spike balls randomly appear for no reason. Ow, 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 ow. I was trying to do that to the music. Oh shoot, I'm ringless! Yeah. That works. Ringless boss fight, let's flip and go. Okay. Bonk. Bonk. Hit I get. The fact people were able to see that was... neat. I was doing so flipping good, and of course the thing that kills me is not even the boss fight. It was me trying to get all fancy on Eggman. Game over. My game ain't over yet. You could just spam that? I didn't think you could just spam Eggman onto the attack like that. I became a Dorkly character. Have I? Huh, neat. Oh yeah. Funny if I do say that a lot because of the Dorkly Sonic. I'm just like, huh. Neat. Oh, I love that Sonic 2 reference, even though I flipping hate Sonic 2 on the Game Gear. What was I pushing? Yeah, I like Press Garden. Press Garden's a really neat idea for a stage. Sonic's Dorothy catchphrase. I used to watch Dorothy all the time. Slobblade. The infamous pushing on nothing from Sonic 1. That conveyor belt just saved my flippin' life. Ugh. There we go. Ooh, okay. Yeah, these conveyor belts are helping me. And I probably shouldn't be relying on them, because that is... I'm cutting it way too close for comfort. Give me the letter T. I'd like to buy a vowel. Ow, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Ah, I thought Tails was gonna hit it. I was like, oh, Tails is gonna hit it and we're gonna activate the path. Nope. Tails is just gonna skip right on through. Oh, we're going up. Oh, flip! Oh, wait. This works. Mostly watched Darkly because the same guy that worked on Sonic for Hire. Yeah. Yeah, I know Sonic for Hire. I also watched Mega Man Dies in the End. Whoop. Jeez, that was back in the prime of Machinima. When everyone didn't realize how garbage they were. Tails! I know there's actually a legitimate way to do this, but this is easy. Well, easy, quote unquote. Wait. Okay, I guess we're going here. I actually forgot about that. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, definitely want the checkpoint. Ah, this fight. Fine, I'll do this boss fight legitimately. I was thinking about turning to Super here. Ow. I feel bad damage boosting through that boss, but I don't like the pace of that boss, honestly. It's a good pace killer, and I'd like to speed it up a little bit, you know? Doot 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 doot. Just casually walk over here. Just slide on through here. Oh yeah. Sliding into the DMs like that. Boink boink. Yeet. I don't think I've ever said that I'm sliding into the DMs. Excuse me, sir. I greatly appreciate your efforts. Ow. I'd like to find someone I can commission to do a Mania mod. It'd be cool to play as me in Sonic Mania. I don't know if anyone does commissions like that, or what their price on that would be, because it would be a lot of work. But it'd be super cool, and I want it. Whew. Oh, I'm not frozen, so I can't get through there. Oh yeah, this is happening. Can the woodpecker stop? Can you please stop, Mr. Woodpecker? I do not... Yee! Okay, there we go. Ow, thank you. Oh, thank you again. Doubly thank you. That was the part where I'm gonna flip and die. I want to get those rings. I want some form of ring. No! Hi. Don't mind me, sir. I'm just gonna carry on my way. Where the heck do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Where am I going and why am I going there? Oh, do I go over there? You see your kid laugh? No, that's Casey in the other room. Let me just go. Hey, Patty Feeney, how you doing? Ow. Ooh, I'm doing pretty good. I think about Nintendo Switch Sports. I haven't gotten that game yet. It's a game I definitely want to... I flippin' had a ring. Look at my ring counter. Look at my flippin' ring counter. I had a flippin' ring, and you flippin' killed me. You sack of garbage. Oh, thank you, Tails. I didn't know you can kill those things. Yeah, I did not know you could kill those things. When did they make them killable? What? Hey, it's not SPO. It could have been SPO. Classic SPO should have been the game. It'd have been cool to have a reference to the Chaotix. Classic Chaotix don't really get a lot of representation. Like, I'm glad we got Mighty in the game. I do like Mighty a lot. Mighty's really cool. I also like that he kind of got a bit of a bump where he's not just a recolor of Sonic. He actually has his own abilities now and whatnot. As I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, the Wii Sports. I do want to get Nintendo Sports. I just haven't gotten it yet. Mostly because like I was excited to play it with friends, and I think because of the disappointment of how the online set up, none of us has bought it yet. It's definitely on my radar to get. I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but I want to get it. Especially since it's gonna be regularly updated too. Because like, I wasn't expecting like, like full-on servers where we'd get like 64 people in to do the battle royale or anything. I'd have liked at least to play with 3 other people and like tennis and whatnot. They should add like a custom tournament mode to it. Update it with like a custom tournament mode where you can get like everyone in and have everyone play through various sports together to climb climb a tree, like a tournament tree. I'm gonna close the door a tiny bit. There we go. You can play with up to 8 friends. I mean, they are on my friend. Like, obviously, everyone's on my friends list. If I want to play with chat, yeah, they need to be on my friends list. But from what I understand, you can only create games with 1 friend. If it's set up the way you're saying it is, it kind of sounds like the way Splatoon works with its multiplayer. And honestly, I'm not a fan of that because I flip and hate trying to connect with my friends in Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 is not bad, but I hate that, like, to join a friend, they have to start a random match, and then you have to try and join them before anyone else does. Or you're stuck waiting for someone to drop out so that you can play. Or you play private matches, but you don't get any of your levels or money, so... There's that too, I guess. Sorry if it sounds salty, I really like the idea of, like, online games. I just wish they gave me the options I want to, be able to do, like, games with chat and games with friends and whatnot. Like how Sonic's model moves on its own when it's AFK. Ooh. I should do some idle animation stuff like that. That'd be neat. I try not to walk away from string too often. Obviously, if I really need to, I will, but I like to try it and stay on task as much as possible. Thanks for being so high that I can't flip and hit you. Ooh. I really want some soft serve vanilla ice cream right now.
I did that with my mouth!
I mean, sure. To the future with you, Sonic. To the future. Flippin' future. Bam 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 bam. Dang, I used to know the perfect route in this game, or in this stage. Okay, there was like one route in the stage that was absolutely perfect, and you had to do it for an achievement. There we go. There should be flowers, not animals. It'd been cool if they... what hit me? Hold on. What flippin' hit me up there? You tried that time that perfectly. I mean, it went with me talking about ice cream. Just hit a NASA satellite. I feel like at that point, yeah. Something like that happened. I don't know how to spell satellite. You got pretty close. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, metal. Let me tell you right now, this boss is flipping metal. Ow, my face. It hurts when you do that, metal. I like that the dash panel launched me in the wrong direction to prolong the boss fight even more. Get in your hole. Tails! You dingaling! We somehow beat him? Seems the supersonic racing music. What happens if I try to trigger a special stage on that checkpoint before this fight starts? I always find it interesting that they changed this boss fight entirely. Of course, the one they had before, ow, wasn't really anything special. Oh, we gonna get funky. Oh, or he could just flip and die. That's good too. Emerald. Aww. Metal Sonic turned into Metal Gear Sonic. Thank you, thank you. Wireframe. I like Hydra City. Hydra City is a water stage in the classic games that I actually enjoy quite a bit. Let go my ego! Oh. Stage was a nightmare in Sonic 3? I didn't think it was that bad in Sonic 3. Out of all the water stages from every Sonic game, I honestly thought this was the best. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Dance with me, Tails. Dance with me. Oop, hand. Doodle-doo-doo. Just realized how out of character that was, Sonic was in the OVA. Yeah. I mean, he just wanted to relax. I think what I find the most amusing is that, like, he, like, gets annoyed and screams at Tails. And then, once Tails is out of sight, he's like, oh crap, I gotta help. Yee! I don't think there aren't really many moments in, like, media where Sonic and Tails really have a fight. I know the Archie comics had a flippin' arc about it. Because they were like, oh, they're best friends, but they're fighting. Whoop. Do 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 do. Duck 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 duck. Goose. I nailed the flippin' fly. That was a weird time. Yeah. Gosh, I really want to catch up on the comics. I was really wanting to, when IDW started, I was like, I want to keep up with this comic. I want to get every flippin' issue. And then IDW made the issues flippin' hard to find for some reason. Because, like, my local bookstore wasn't getting any of them in. To find the first 4 issues, which I have, I had to go to, like, some back-end comic book store. And even then, they would only get 1 issue of it. And then, like, after the 4th issue, I couldn't find the 5th one, even there. I was like, this is not worth all this trouble. And trying to get the comic book online, it's like $12 an issue. I'm like, it's a $3 comic. I don't want to spend $12 on a single issue. Or you can get them digitally, but I don't want them digitally. I want the flippin' book in my hand. Just wait till they get in graphic novel format. I can't even find the graphic novel formats. Like, that's how poorly I can't find them in my area. I don't know how easy they are anywhere else, but it's really hard to find here. Which is annoying because, like, IDW did another comic series that I was keeping up with, and that flipping series was easy to find everywhere. So I don't know why all of a sudden Sonic the Hedgehog is incredibly hard to find by them. If I told you Sonic was the real Lord of the Rings. They're really common where you are. The Archie comics are very common. Like, I could go to my local bookstore. I got a lot of my Sonic comics during the Archie days at my local grocery store. Literally just every month I would go to the grocery store and they would have an issue. Now if I want to find a flippin' IDW comic, I gotta travel miles and miles to hopefully find one at a local comic shop. Using Eggman's own machine against him. I actually like that boss fight a lot. But like, I would have even been fine if like IDW had like a subscription service where you like pay for so many comics and then you get them in the mail month by month, like what Archie did. But they didn't even do that, so I couldn't even get them that way. We found two of yours next to adult magazines. Jeez. They used to be at a grocery store you went to as well. Yeah, the Archie comics were really easy to get a hold of. Ooh. It's just sad because, like, I know how a lot of the stories kind of go in IDW, and I want to see them play out because the stories sound really good, like really well written. And I like the artists that they have on board for the IDW comics as well. The art is really good. I don't know. Like, even like the other comic series I read from IDW, I could even like go to my local Hot Topic and they would have an issue of that series. I'm like, huh. Of course, I think that also the problem is bookstores are sadly kind of becoming a dying breed. A lot of my local bookstores have closed down. I think there's only one bookstore I can think of that's still around, and it's not one I usually go to. It's Barnes and Noble. I haven't read a good book in a while, actually. I want to take 2 on that. There we go. You made that last bit up. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of feel like that's just in general, though. Like, a lot of books are just kind of thrown to the side. Because not like my local Walmart and stuff, their book area is usually kind of a mess and just thrown together. Like, it's organized, but it's not like organized in any specific way. It's just like, eh, there's books. Look at the books. Have a book. Oh, that's gonna be an interesting boss fight doing legitimately. I usually cheese this boss to death. Kind of glad I'm putting this challenge on because a lot of these fights I don't think I've ever done legitimately. There we go. Got a bubble. Oh, did I just save Tails? There we go. Holy crap. Ow, I forgot which direction he was going in. Oh boy. You're not done yet? Oh, come on. You sack of garbage. Meow. It's working. Tails? You good, buddy? Woo! Sonic did a big leap there. Okay, a lot happened in that boss fight. That was really cool, actually. It was just like one thing after the other. Nice. Do I prefer Echo Music or Act 2? I think I like Act 1 more, honestly. Bye, Knuckles. It's Mirage Saloon time! Love Tails' little aviator goggles. Bop, 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 bop. Not often you get a life from an enemy. Usually it's an end of level thing. Yee, armadillo! Oh no. Yeah, been a perfect time for a no-no sound. Just, oh no. Boink. I remember they kept Act 1 of the stage a secret for so long. Apparently a lot of little kids on Roblox hate the Ono meme. Why? It's a flippin' classic. Eh. Well, there goes my rings. There we go. Smooth as butter. Thank you, I didn't see where anything was. The egg train! Choo choo to you too. Chugga chugga choo choo. Oh, kinda want that. I didn't do that the right way. But I still made it through, so. Going off the rails with the crazy train. And ba-boom! Shot out of a gun. And another one. Another one said okay. That's just sad. I can't just have fun with memes. Don't let your memes be dreams, everybody. Ah, my ring! I'm holding on to this one ring for dear life. No, my ring! Now I actually gotta be careful. Oh boy. Person doesn't know what an OC is. I can show you the world. I mean, just share a picture of me. What's an OC? Look at this guy. What makes him an OC? Well, you see.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
How will we deliver the ring to Mordor now? That's the neat part, we don't. Bark! Flippin' bark. I think the first time I played Sonic Mania, I think the first character I ran into was Knack. Bark! No, that wasn't me barking, that was actually his name. Bark, sup. Oh, Tornado's out of commission again. Is there any flippin' form of Sonic media where the tornado doesn't get trashed? Actually, I don't think it gets trashed in Adventure 2, now that I think about it. But I think that may be the only instance. I think the only reason that's an instance is because the Flippin' Tails' gameplay relies on it. Knack was the first one you got to. I think Knack is the perfect first one to get when you're running into the characters like that. Because Knack, the other two are definitely like... Ooh. Like, the other two are definitely mischievous, but Knack is known for, like, classic Sonic. Tornado 2 got trashed, so tells me Tornado 1 again. Ah! Not in Adventure 2. Bonk bonk. Because Adventure 2, he uses the Tornado 2 as a mech. Although I do like in Adventure 2, you can actually unlock a... Hold on. Hold the phone. Can these flippin' light bulbs not be here right now? I want to sit on that bar stool. That'd be a fun seat at a bar. Imagine having a seat on a bar and you're just sliding across the whole bar the whole time. Instead of the bartender sliding a drink to you, you slide to the drink. Bean is one for tax evasion. I would not put it past him. I feel like Bean would do crimes, but it would be like minor crimes. Like he's evil for like stealing a bag of chips from a small sandwich shop or something. I'm a terrible piano player. After Sonic Heroes, he never uses it again. He uses it in Unleashed. But, oh, you're talking about the Tornado 2. Yeah, I don't think there is any instance after Heroes where he uses the Tornado 2. Chris, I don't think... Sonic Team doesn't seem to like to reference the adventure games that much. They'll advertise the pose like crazy, but they won't really, like, reference any, like, the story or anything like that. Being shiny. Being the flippin' dynamite. He's a flippin' duck. Pretty sure the Tornado 2 crashed after the Team Sonic intro. I mean, yeah. Flippin' Tails jumping out of it. Don't even put it in park. Oil Ocean. Do. I actually don't mind Oil Ocean that much, even in Sonic 2. I like the aesthetic of it. Don't! I'm sorry, I thought I was safe. I didn't think I'd flip and get slam dunked. Imagine the Goofy out in the transition. Explode off screen so tell it use the older model again. I think my favorite instance was the least favorite zone in the entire Genesis series. But I like Oil Ocean. That's a good thing I want to think about, though. What is my least favorite zone in all of the classic Sonic games? Marble Zone. I don't like Marble Zone. I used to like Marble Zone because I like the aesthetic of it. It kind of makes you think of Altered Beast in a way. But after going back to it, yeah, I'm not a fan of Marble Zone anymore. It's too bland. Too slow. Like, even Labyrinth Zone, like, yeah, Labyrinth Zone is annoying, it's underwater, and it's very, annoying, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Thing is, I know what I'm doing, and Labyrinth Zone is not that bad anymore to me. Ow. Not saying I like Labyrinth Zone, I'm just saying I'm good at Labyrinth Zone. Marble Zones thing make you lose your marbles. Understandable. Hi, seahorse. Do 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 do. Deedle 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 dee. Hi, bye. Okay. For me, it's just way too boring. Not even the cannons can save it for me. I love the cannons too much, actually. I don't think I've ever seen this boss fight, actually. Yeah, like Hydro City onward, I think, is when I got Supersonic, so all these boss fights I'd never really seen legitimately. Marble Garden Zone. I love Marble Garden Zone. Well, I don't love it that much now that I think about it, but it's a good stage. That's honestly, Marble Garden's probably my least favorite in Sonic 3, now that I think about it. About to have some breathing problems here, but it's fine. Who needs oxygen? It's okay. Hey, it's Wario. It's a Wii. Nintendo Wii. Where'd I go? There I am. You haven't played 3 as much as 2? I played 3 too much. When I first got into Sonic, I talk about the Adventure. My first Sonic game was Sonic Adventure. But that was me going to a Dreamcast launch party. And obviously my parents didn't have like crazy amount of money just to like buy me new things all the time. So when I got hooked onto Sonic from that, they got me a used Sega Genesis with Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. And not long after that I got the PC version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Which I still have that version to this day. Got away losing some smoke. That was on Windows XP. I don't know why I ran into the spikes there earlier. I was reading chat and talking about stuff and I was like, oh, I hit a thing. But now, like, the first few Sonic games I owned was... was the Sonic trilogy. But then, spin-off wise, I had Sonic Spinball on the Genesis, and I had the PC version of 3D Blast and Sonic R. I found all those games at like Toys R Us bargain bins. It was like 3D Blast plus Sonic R and like a $5 PC bundle. Sonic Adventure 2 was your first game, and then you got Advance 1 on GBA, and then played the Mega Collection. I know that's how a lot of people played the original games. It's really cool that Sega actually put like all the mainline Sonic games on GameCube like right away. Because it was like, if we're gonna be on Nintendo, we need to introduce Sonic to everybody so that they know what the heck is going on. Which is funny since they also made Heroes very beginner friendly. Coincidentally, you were first aware of Advance 2 because of Mega Collection. Oh, I love the trailer in Mega Collection. Mostly because I really like the beta music for Thank You Tales. That was very useful of you. I really like the beta music for Leaf Forest Zone. I am glad they did change it for the final release, mostly because it wasn't that upbeat. And I think for Sonic music, you really got to go upbeat, especially for the first stage in a Sonic game. Gotta get people hyped to go at high speed. Beta music was like more of what you listen to when you're on like a jaunty troll through the forest. Cheese tells his ghost. OG games you experienced through Mega Collection Plus on the OG Xbox. That's a good one. I picked that one up recently. I had the GameCube Mega Collection for the longest time. I lost it as a kid. I still have the box, funny enough, but I don't have the game anywhere. And to be honest, it's kind of sad because I like having the Mega Collection. Which I still have every other Sonic game on GameCube. I've got Riders, Shadow, Sonic Heroes, both Adventures. I feel like I'm missing one. Riders? Did I already say Riders? Gems Collection. I would have liked it if they re-released Knuckles Chaotix in some way. Because I think the Gems Collection was supposed to have Knuckles Chaotix in it. But I think they were having complications with it. Don't quote me on that. Lava! Doop doo doop doo. I just casually hit this boatin'. Boatin'! I'm gonna hit the boatin'! I feel like I'm having that moment a lot today where I don't say things exactly as I should. Flippin' boatin'. Get the praise the boatin'. Throughout Gems Collection, PS2 version was released everywhere at the US. I always thought that was weird too. What's also weird is that like they managed to port Gems Collection to like the weakest hardware of that generation, but didn't put it on Xbox, and like you said, didn't release it in the US either. Given that was even the most popular system, it would have done really well if they brought it over here. Ow! Gotcha the Hedgehog at a used game store back in 2018. Completed every single stage and ending path. Whew. I'm excited, but I'm also worried about doing my run of Shadow the Hedgehog later this year. Because I want to go for all 326 routes of that game. Go for the true completionist route and get nothing in return. You sack of rockage garbage. Boink, boink. Ooh. Funny enough, with PS2 version of Gem Collection is the same as GameCube version, if anyone's wondering. I figured it was, because it came out at the same time. It's just weird that they never released it in the US to begin with. I don't know why you wouldn't give people the version of the game on a system that just about everyone owned. They have to make 6 streams, maybe even 9. It'll probably be a good number of streams. Luckily, a run-through Shadow's not that long. I think each run could probably take maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the missions. It'll also be my first time seeing the true ending, because I've actually never done... I've seen all 10 endings of the games. I've never done it in a single playthrough and done the true ending before. Ow. E. Okay.
Have fun.
E. Love you.
Love you too.
Ah. Actually, I feel like 9 streams may be lowballing a bit. I feel like it'll be a lot of streams. Which is why I may end up, like, double-upping Sonic games in a week. Also, do know when both Origins and Frontiers comes out, that'll probably be all I stream for a while. Not yet. Right, the metal's hot. There we go. Oof, stomach. Like weirdly hungry all of a sudden. Luckily we're just about done with this game. Or at least the story. Whew. Lava Restone 2. I actually really love the background in Mania's version of this game. I like the structures and whatnot. Drop that bad Nick like it's hot. I dropped him alright. Straight into the lava. Right where he belongs. Goo 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 goo. I did so many risky maneuvers that came out fine. Flippin' Tails gets crushed at the end of it all. What's up here? I think just a special stage is up here, if I'm not wrong. Music is bliss. I really like this music a lot. This music really, like, captures the feeling that we are approaching the end of this game. I was afraid to hit Eggman. I want you. I like you. I want you. We can do it the easy way, we can do this the hard way. Okay, I see you choosing the hard way. Oh, how's this boss fight gonna go if I do it legitimately? I think the guitar riff is a reference to the US release Sonic CD. Possibly. It honestly just kind of like, it sounds kind of like something Johnson Oe would make for a Sonic game. He likes to use guitar riffs a lot in his music. Which, conveniently enough, Jun Sonoe did do the soundtrack for Sonic 3. There we go. That's what I wanted. Jesus walks on water, Sonic walks on lava. Flippin' one-upped, I guess. Don't mind me, sir. Just casually running through. Bonk. That's your fault for sticking your head out of the lava, buddy. It's like, oh, what's happening here? Oh, God! Simple enough. Oop. I'll take another 50 rings. 50 rings for 500. Excuse me, sir. Ow! Flippin', okay. I see the game we play in now. Yeah, I don't know where I'm landing. Yeah. Don't crush me. That brought fear out of me. I want to go up here. What's up here? Wow, a whole lot of nothing. Hey, just what I'm looking for. I love the jumping sounds overlapping each other. I'm best stomping on those guys in the lava. They look so innocent. Don't let them fool you. Okay. This is another fight I never did legitimately. Although, I forgot the name of the Motobug, but I remember it's a reference to, it's a reference to a mod of Sonic 1 that I think the creator unfortunately passed away from. Not from the mod, but, like, he passed away not long after he made the mod. So it's nice to have, like, a little reference to that. Bonk. Bow, 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 bow. Alrighty, on to Metallic Madness. Its name's Jimmy. Okay. I was like, I can't remember. I may want to take a look at that mod at one point. Because it's an interesting mod. Ow. Do 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 do. This definitely feels like a CD stage, I'll tell you that. Whew. Gosh, I'm gonna try and do 100% playthrough a CD when Origins comes out. That's honestly my least favorite Sonic game, to try and 100%. There's just too much in that game. Yeet! It's one of those Russian dolls. I kind of wanted that. Tails! You dingling, get down here. There we go. You know, this whole game felt more like Sonic CD and Knuckles more than 1 and 2. It definitely kind of has that feel to it. Which honestly I'm fine with, because it honestly... I think this game kind of helped fine-tune the classic Sonic games a little bit. Because, like, having these really big levels is a lot of fun. Especially when they're more consistent with their level design. And then, Sonic 3 and Knuckles made the series very cinematic. So it's nice having, like, that cinematic feel with, like, the story and whatnot. Because, like, I feel like the stages in CD... It's good to have the big stages like in CD. But CD was very inconsistent with its level design, that it kind of made it hard to really keep track of anything in the stages. Plunk. Ow, thank you, sir. I became SpongeBob when he's trying to filter feed. There it is. Alright! Hey! I'll take a look here in a second. Reese, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? Oh, throw that signpost over there. Oh! Yes, please. I actually didn't know that was there. Just be like, I just want to throw the signpost over there. If we get a flipping electric shield, I'm good. Not good? I'm sorry. Sorry you're not doing too well. But I welcome you to come hang out and, you know, have a good time. Whatever you're going through, I hope it gets better. I'm a tiny little boy. Look at me go. Wee! Ah! Shoot. Okay. Yeah! I did it. Are you proud of me? Trying to get into Salty Splatoons. Needs points help to get him in. That'd be something we do. Got no friends? You can make tons of friends here. How are they tiny? We touched a laser. It's a magical laser that shrinks us down. But yeah, we've got tons of cool people in this community. You can make tons of friends with us. Your brain's now facing the wrong way. To be honest, I don't think my brain was ever facing the right way. Someone could go in, fix my brain, be like... And I'd be like... Put it back. Put it back. Have you thought about doing any other randomizers like outside Sonic Adventure? Yeah, I definitely want to do more randomizers. Funny enough, a lot of the ones I'm looking at are not really Sonic related. Like, I know there's the Legend of Zelda randomizer. I actually came across... It's in development, but I watched the developer stream it. Am I playing this on? Yeah, we're playing the Steam version. But it was a Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer, where the main thing with it was every time you touched a loading screen, it would randomize what room you were being teleported to. So like the one I was watching, he started off in like one of the fields in Milan, and then went up to the canyon, and when he touched the loading screen for the canyon, he ended up in Tron's world. So like that just kind of sounds fun. It's like jump world to world just by touching a simple loading screen. You good down there, Tails? Do you require assistance? Keep. Oh, it's Amy. Oh no, it's Amy. Watch out for Amy. Why'd you kill Amy, Tails? That was uncool of you. I said watch out, don't murder her. Boink. Ow. I didn't notice the little ones were shooting out fire. Mini Sonic. Thank you, Tails. Amy's only cameo. Unfortunately. I'm hoping they kind of reach out with... Actually... I was hoping Amy'd be playable in Origins, but now I think about it, I think that with recent things that they announced, I think it's completely impossible now. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, maybe we can get Amy as playable. I think with something they announced, it's completely impossible now. Ooh. Which, while I'm thinking about it... I wanted to go ahead and advertise the Discord. Say we've got a wonderful community. There's tons of Mobian VTubers like me. We got Zonic, Trixie, Shadowcoon, Natsuki, and there's over 100 people in our Discord right now, and everyone is always so wholesome and nice and everything. So if anyone wants to join the Discord, there's a link for it. There's tons of wonderful people, and I love getting to check the messages every morning, seeing what everyone's talking about. Just wanted to pop that in real quick. Alrighty. I'm gonna restart that. Did the game freeze? Oh no, I was just, I wanted to put the Discord link in there real quick. Alrighty. So, Titanic Monarch, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Although, funny enough, this stage gives me Freedom Planet vibes more than Sonic stage vibes. Like the stage feels more fitting of like the final areas in Freedom Planet. Bonk. Where the Titanic music? I'm hearing the Titanic music. Is no one else getting audio? That says it's being picked up on my stream. Okay. Let's check it something. I just realized something. I was like, wait, has something been muted the whole time during the stream? That'd be really sad if it was. Whoop. There it is. Okay. Whoa, okay. Almost wasn't prepared for that electrical shock there, boy. Oh boy. Well, there I go. Goodbye, me. Oh boy. Ow, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another? What? I'm not talking about the Titan music from Sonic, though. Oh, you meant the... You meant like the actual like Titanic whistle. Sorry, we were in Titanic Monarch and he said Titanic, so my mind immediately just went to, Really? What am I supposed to do to that? It's like in that situation, I'm kind of trapped. I saw those spikes. Oh, that was scary. Here we go. Turtle. I didn't want to fly into that turtle. I didn't mean to go in there. I guess we're doing one more of these. Break up the monotony a little bit. Boink. Ooh. But I was gonna say something about the turtle. The way the turtle walks just makes you think of a South Park character walking. I was gonna go back and... Excuse me, stage? That's not where you were supposed to launch me. Look at this turtle walk. This makes you think of a South Park character. Okay. Now that I got that out of my system. Tails, you're weighing it down. You have 34 lives. Sonic 3 Special Song gives you extreme anxiety. Sometimes it does, for me. I'm just upset that the thing didn't launch me as far as it's supposed to launch me all the way to the next part, but it didn't. I don't know why it didn't. Can I just... yeah. I didn't need to get fancy with the bumper. Mamma mia. Oh, mamma mia, pizzeria. Oh my god. This is going well. Bunk. Oh, come on. Oh, I've never done this fight legitimately. Ooh, boy. I'm actually having a fun time, like, experiencing this game without Supersonic. Okay, ring please, ring please. No, Sonic! Good job, Sonic. Alright. Let's get fancy up in here now. Bonk. 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 There we go. I love abusing Tails for extra hits. There we go. That's how we did it. Bonk. Phew. Alright, final act. Here we go. The final stage. Here we go, boy! Flipping Sonic running in the air. That was a sight. Kill it! No, we gotta kill it! Okay. Pig. Yeah. Like, this whole portal thing right here makes me think of Freedom Planet. Feels like a Freedom Planet gimmick to me. Well, that works. Not the intention of what I should have done, but at the end of the day, it works. Okay. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, none of that, please. I'd gladly take none of what you're offering to me. Okay. Alrighty. Whoa, buddy. Screw that enemy. Try to take my corn chips. Oh, this state. Yeah, this state is funky. I'm gonna spin dash over here. Oop. Okay. Go off, I guess. There we go. Give me a ride, sir. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. How did I get away with all that? That was terrifying. Ooh, secrets. Alrighty, 2 more paths. It's such an interesting idea having a Sonic stage where you take multiple routes of one area and somehow make it really work. In that sense, it kind of gives me Klonoa vibes. Where do we go from here? Okay. I see where I'm going. I wish I didn't lose my shield in the process, but I see where I'm going. Take me away, sir. Take me far, take me... Yeet. Thank you for grabbing those 2 rings for me, Tails. Greatly appreciate him doing that for me. Alright, 1 more route. Boink. Here we go. Da 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 da. Boink. Stupid pig. Stupid pig! Ooh, buddy. I'm in a loop. Hold on. Oh, come on, buddy. Hey, I did it. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks for now appearing, I guess. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Please, please, please. We're almost there. I was almost out of his range. Me, oh my, what a wonderful time. Do 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 do. Oh. Ah. Excuse me, sir. I want that. I would greatly appreciate the blue ring. At this point, I'm not gonna have very many rings for the boss fight. All right. Here we go. Kind of worried about doing this fight legitimately. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, Tails. Thank you, buddy. Oh, rings. Nice. All right. Hey, 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 we're getting there. Oh boy. Aha! 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 Eggman, you should probably just give up. Eggman. Eggman, can you give up, please? I'm begging you. I don't like your grabby fingers. Fine, you can have me. Eggman really wanted me. Oh boy. Go, 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 go! Oh me, oh my, grab the ring, please! Grab the flippin'... Are you flipping kidding me? If I literally stayed on the right side of the screen, I would have flippin' lived. Okay. Two years later. Hey, that was just my first death on this boss. And it'll be my last. Go ahead, just get it over with, Eggman. Okay. One more hit. He's gonna do the hand thing one more time. Oh boy, please don't be the flippin' ninja again. Oh, you sack of dirt! Thank you for that. Okay. But I kept my ring, and I kept alive. Oh, he's going again. I thought that was gonna poke me. Imagine if that's what's getting me, it's just the tiniest poke. There we flip and go. You son of an egg. Oh. Here we go. True final boss time. Time for me to go all out too. Huzzah! Let's do this. Oh crap, I forgot that uses my rings. I should not do that attack. There we go. Now we're keeping up. Ow! That hurt. Alright. Now we got this. Oh, come on. Oof. Come on, buddy. I dare you. I hate damage boosting through that. I gotta figure out a way to dodge it. Hey, I did it. I don't know how, but I did it. Alright, buddy. Come on. Gotcha. That's how big this song is. Oh, come on. We almost had it. Actually, this fight's kind of reminiscent of Bio Lizard in a way. Just with the bouncing off the little orbs, but he also shoots them at me. Oh, I got him. Just gotta finish off Eggman now. Oh, we did it. Thank you, thank you.
Victory Screech!
We killed Eggman. Once and for all. He is to never return. Yeah. Oh boy. That was fun.
Yes! Yes! Ha! I did that with my mouth!
Amazing. Technically it's about ending because it ties into forces. Maybe he didn't go to forces. Maybe the classic Sonic and Forces was an illusion all along. Maybe he was never real. That's just speculation, though. That's just a theory! But thank you for everybody joining me tonight. This is super fun going through again. Which I will be doing Mania again next week, because I want to do the other characters. We will do Sonic alone, but probably not next time. I'll probably mix it up and do Tails next time. That way we're not, just doing the game again as Sonic. But, yeah, let's, real quick before we go. Reese and Alexis, thank you both for the follow today. And then Patty, Chris25, Chris, Casey, Birdgirl, Caleb, Alexis, thank you all for using the points today. Oh, and Flames too. And Ocean. And Natsuki. Sorry I didn't get everyone there first. I'll just let the credits play through before we truly go away. But yeah, next time I'll be on, I'll actually be on Trixie's stream this Friday. She's going to be doing a long stream for her anniversary. She'll be streaming for 1 whole year. So I'll be there for that. As for myself, me and everyone are planning to do Borderlands 2 on Saturday night. Hopefully we'll actually get to it. Sorry we skipped out on it last week. Whew. But yeah, next week we should have a few more streams going than this week. Because I'll be off tomorrow working on something super secret. Super secret that everyone will see maybe soon. Maybe not. Maybe. Who knows? I like this music. Aaron Weber! I miss Aaron Weber. I'm liking this music a lot. Atlas? Wait, Atlas? Yeah, we'll raid Natsuki. See who else is on as well. Oop. Let's see. Bum ba da boo bum ba womp bam boo. Yeah, we'll raid Natsuki. See. Bananas. I was reading a thing that said bananas. Oh, yeah, let's go raid Natsuki real quick. Again, thank you for everybody coming out, hanging out tonight. Super fun. Oh, getting Natsuki up here. There you are. With that, I will say, goodnight.